I've been training with the Pepin dumbbells for the last 7 months, and today I'm going to give you guys my full review on what I like, what I don't like, what I think could be improved, and then we're going to find out, are these worth your hard-earned money?
Massenomics.
What is up, guys? Today we are coming at you with yet another Pepin dumbbell review. This is one of the most hyped fitness products of 2024. It was all over the internet. There's already been a ton of reviews out there, a lot of insights, a lot of pros, cons, all that stuff's been talked about, but I've had these bad boys for about 7-8 months now, and I have some thoughts too, and I want to share those with you guys. So a little history on the product here first. These are the Pepins, like I said. Where that comes from is they were originally built by a small manufacturer, small company out of Canada, I believe, called Pepin, and they were really well received. People liked them a lot, but they were expensive. And that's where Rep came in to offer their economies of scale, their mass production expertise. And so they teamed up, they made the Pepin dumbbells, and this is what we were given. So like I said, I've had these things for 7-8 months now. Just right out of the gate, these things are amazing. They're so good. I love these so much. Compared to all the other options I had before, they're just great at what they do. I'm going to cover some of the pros first, though. So the first thing, quality is high. Like you can see from, if you get up here closer, Tanner, you can see the finish. You know, the finish is super nice on everything. It's a really good knurled handle. I think it's nickel. I forget what actually the coating is. I don't know what the plates, if these are E-coated or what the hell they are, but they got all those specs on their website. Really, really good quality. The durability's been good too. You know, if you want to make adjustments, it's done through that. Again.
So what did you actually do? You snapped your finger to one, you just pushed it over?
No, so you push the pin out. Oh, maybe I should give you a little demo actually on how this works if people don't know. So the way these go is you have these pop pins here. You slide that out, you find your designated weight using this. Once you find the weight you want, you push that in, and what that does is it moves this rail on the side of the dumbbell here. Tanner, can you see that rail?
Yeah.
So that's what helps you select the correct weight. And these plates are all dovetailed together. And let's say you wanted 30 pounds, you'd select it there. You also select it on this side. From there, you lift the dumbbell out, and it's ready to go. When you're done, you can just throw it right back in the cradle and make your next adjustment or do whatever you need to. These go in 10-pound jumps, but if you wanted to do smaller jumps, they have these adder weights right here. And the adder weights you can drop in. That's actually a pop pin. So there's a pop pin here that connects on. Each one of these is 2.5. So if you wanted, let's say, 35 pounds, you would adjust these to 30. With one of these, you're at 32.5. Add the second one, you're now at 35. So you can move in 2.5-pound increments. You know, technically 35 there. If you wanted to do 32.5, you could remove that pop pin or this adder plate. You're going to be slightly unbalanced, but you don't really notice that on a 2.5-pound difference on heavier weights.
So you said those adder weights, do they come with it? Or
They
do you
come
have to
with
buy
it.
those separately?
No, they come with it. That's part of the whole purchase. So this set right here, this is the 80-pound set. That's something you and I have talked about quite a bit, Tanner, is these are available up to 120 pounds. I personally, in my life of going to the gym, have very rarely used dumbbells over 80 pounds. It's just, at that point, I'm loading up a barbell and I'm taking care of it that way. So this set, being at 80 pounds, is about $1,100, free shipping on Rep. And if you wanted to load this up all the way to 120, I think you're at, let me look at my phone here quick, I think you're at like a 125-pound set is at $1,500. So if you're interested in the Reppins and you want to save some money right off the bat, ask yourself the question, do I need the 125-pound set for $1,500, or can I get by with the 80-pound set for $1,100? So it gives you a little bit of savings right off the bat right there.
So it has the numbering up to 120 on no matter what set you buy.
Right, but like this one, you know, it stops. There's nowhere else for it to
Right.
go, so it stops at 80 if you don't have those weights. And again, if you wanted to, let's say I wanted to add in the additional plates, they do sell the plates separately. It's a little more expensive than if you bought them at once, but I can just adjust these rails or adjust the cradle, open this up, and I can drop in the extra weight. So you're never locked out of it. You just would have to buy those at another time.
So you can do aftermarket mods.
I don't know if I call it aftermarket mods or not, but there is some expandability if you go with the smaller option on these things.
One other thing, you called this, just to clarify, this is dovetailed, not daisy chained.
That is correct.
Okay.
Both important D words here, but daisy chain and dovetail are not the same thing. These are dovetailed together. Yeah. I think that's what people are telling me. I'm not the technical guy, but that's what they say. Covering some of the other pros here, quick to adjust. I think I've demonstrated that already. You know, it's so fast to make any adjustment you need to. That was what I learned with my old dumbbells, is that if I have to like be loading, spinning plates on, doing that stuff, I'm just not gonna do it. You know, if I'm warming up and I need to do some quick, little shoulder warm-ups, I can do this. Okay, we're good. Oh, we wanna go into some goblet squats just to loosen things up. Boom, we're on to 30 pounds, just like that. I'm ready to go. Like, that's not something you can do with loadable dumbbells that require spinning and loading weights. It's just the ease and speed that you can make changes is really hard to beat on these. A couple of my other favorite parts of these bad boys would be the, I think I said the knurling is good. Knurling's totally fine with these. I have no complaints on that. And really, they're just good, solid products. You know, they do, I've seen some people knock them for making noise, especially when you have the adder weights on. You know, you can hear some movement in there, but yeah, in a perfect world, would they not make any noise? Sure, but God, we're in the gym, man. I don't care. We need to make a little noise, right?
Clanging and banging.
Clanging and banging, exactly. So I don't put that as a knock against them, although some people don't like that part. But like any product, these are not perfect. And there's a few things you can decide if these are non-existent problems or a big deal to you. It's up to you to decide that. I would say for me, the things I'm about to discuss kind of don't matter. But the first one is expensive. They are expensive. If you're talking adjustable dumbbells, you can go with something like a Power Block or the Bowflex, 552s or whatever they are.
Yeah.
You can find those things on Marketplace all day used. And depending on where you're at, you might be able to find a smoking deal on something like those too. So if you don't need something super heavy, the Bowflexes might work just fine. If you want something heavier, I know Power Block has a ton of options out there and they're around. There's other things, I'll get into the competitors here in a minute, but that's maybe the first knock is just they are a premium. They're a premium product. One thing that I've had some issues with is the way these things work is they sit in this cradle. So if you look at this, let me lift one all the way out here so you can see how this works. So I'm taking the whole 80 pounds out. There's this cradle here. And you just put these bolts and that's what holds it in place. And that's what keeps everything upright, the spacing, all that. Let me throw this back in. If you, in your process of using it, let's say, I don't know, you have like 30 pounds set, you're in a hurry, you're doing something, and you kind of throw it in quick and wedge it. See, I just did it right there. Part of this is on me because I don't have this thing set correctly. I've messed with it several times. It's not easy, and I probably just need to take more time to do it. But when that happens, they get stuck, and it's a pain. Sometimes they get really stuck, and I have to adjust the rail, basically throw this thing on the ground to get the plate to release. So that's one con. Usually when that happens is when you're just like totally burnt out from a set. You want to get these things down and you go like this, you throw it in, you can't hang on any longer, you drop it in and it's stuck. So part of it's user error, part of it's just the design of this thing. Again, I don't blame them too much for this because all the other pros more than make up for that, but that's not something I see people talk about a ton with these, and it is an issue I've had several times now. So something to consider there if that ever does happen to you. One thing that I have seen a lot of people talk about online that they don't like is these pins for the adder weights right here. And some people will say that they get in the way of their hands. You know, I don't have like enormous hands, but I guess if the pins are out, yeah, they get in your way. But I just have those tucked up, and I don't have an issue there. Some people have even said these pins over here also get in their way. I have maybe like once kind of scraped my hand on them, but that doesn't bug me at all. These things, people have made a really big deal about these to the point where there's even threads online where you can go on eBay and find a replacement kit, a replacement pop pin kit. That's something that's a little lower profile. And so people have done that, but what's interesting also about this is just this week, I received an email from Rep saying that they are going to be replacing all of these as, I think, a safety concern. They made it seem like maybe there was some issues with when people start going that maybe these things weren't engaging and falling. Now, did that actually happen to someone? You know, if you're doing overhead press, it falls out, that wouldn't be good. I don't know if that actually happened or if that was just a precaution on their part, but I have received the email saying a free set of replacement pop pins will be coming to me, which, hey, cool on Rep for improving their product and then sending it out for free. So I don't know. I'm assuming that on future versions of these that they'll just come with a different pin style loaded in. Other things to talk about here. What else do we got? Okay, here's one. This is probably user error. I'm probably too stupid for this stuff, but occasionally I want you to get over the top of these things, Tanner. Sometimes, maybe on this side right here where you can read the numbers. Sometimes when I'm doing this fast and I'm at an angle, I go here and I think, is that at 40 or 50? Because to me, where I'm standing, it looks like it's perfectly between the two. And it might make more sense if you come like here where someone's standing and you're kind of at an angle. I don't know if that looks obvious at all, but sometimes I think, is that 40 or 50? And I have to get to the side and be like, oh, that's 50. Or I might get here and think, that looks like it's between 70 and 80. What actually is that number? Right. Again, I'm probably just too dumb, and that's my issue, but that is something that I've had to second guess myself on when I'm doing quick adjustments. I go, whoa, I'm off there, or I'll actually pick it up and go like this and be like, whoa, nope, it's off, wait, I did something wrong, and I gotta drop it back in and look at my weights again. So just part of what comes with the territory when you're gonna have this many adjustments on that. Again, that's user error, that's not really on me, but something that I have experienced with it. And then as far as the usability of them when you're actually going, I don't have any complaints, any issues besides one very minor thing I've had happen a few times. And that's, let's say if you're gonna do like a dumbbell RDL, you'll come out here. In the past when I do dumbbell RDLs, you can really just bring that down along your leg, but being that this has that rail design, it limits that couple inches where you can get it close to your body, and then instead of your hand running down your thighs, now it's this metal bar. So with RDLs, it's just a little something to consider that you might have to adjust your form just slightly. Again, I don't knock it for that. It's just something I've noticed over time where it has slightly affected usability. Regarding the overall durability of these things, I've had them about 7 months. For the most part, they've held up really well. I have a few little nicks, like you can see here, Tanner. I don't know what I did. I banged into something. I did that. When you lift some of these other pieces up, you might see some wear. Let's see if I lift this slowly. Is there some, you can see there's some wear on the inside there. It's also on the inside of the plate, so you're never really going to see that unless the cradle's sitting empty. So I don't care about that at all, but I know some people in the space are really particular about how things wear. That's just one little thing I've noticed over time. Part of that's just dust, though. Actually, maybe almost all of it's dust. There's some markings over here a little bit. So over time, you're going to expect that to get worse. But here's the lesson. It's workout equipment. It's made to be used, right?
An important lesson.
Jammed them again. Got to fix that cradle. Something to keep. That's just an honest review right there.
That's what happens.
That's just how it goes sometimes. Okay, what else do we got on the list to talk about here? The competition. So I said these are a premium option. You're talking $1,100 to get started here. What I would think the competition to this would be like your Power Block, your Iron Masters. What else is out there? Power Block, Iron Master. Oh, like a loadable dumbbell. That would maybe be an option too. They all come with their own sets of trade-offs, pros and cons. After looking at all of it, this was the one I decided that I liked the most, and I'm very happy with my purchase. I have no buyer's regret. I would recommend anyone that's willing to drop $1,100 on a pair of dumbbells. I don't think this is a bad way to spend your money. For me and my use, this has been a great option. Okay, so we talked about all that, Tanner. But there's one thing we didn't mention.
What the heck are they sitting on?
What the hell are these sitting on? What is this? Well, after these came out, there was a bit of an online hype, online sensation regarding what do you put these damn things on? And there was a few people that came to the market with it. Rep did eventually come out with their own cart. They have 2 different options. But Dean over at Black Widow came out with the Black Widow dumbbell cart. And this thing is beefy. It's made of 3x3 tubing, 11 gauge steel. You got 1-inch holes. He can customize it to almost any color you want, from the uprights itself to the gussets, these plates. You can customize all of that. You can add wheels if you want to be able to easily move it. You can do that, no problem too. And the way I use this is when I'm working out, if I'm doing, let's say, dumbbell curls, if I'm sitting on a bench, an incline bench doing them, I'll wheel this right over to me. I'll do my curls, I'll sit up, throw them on the rack, or, you know, if maybe I'm doing dumbbell RDLs or overhead press, I'll just move this to whatever station I want it to be at and get it out of the way and keep my workout moving along. So this is a really high quality piece, not necessary by any means, but I love this thing. I mean, it pops. It looks great in your home gym. It is a statement piece for sure. And Dean knows what he's doing. So if you're interested, check out blackwidowtg.com. Get yourself one ordered over there.
You can put drink spotters on that thing and stuff too.
You could load this thing with drink spotters between.
You could, with it being 3x3, 1x1, you know, you could put some sort of vertical barbell. You could use it for vertical barbell storage too, and do a few different things.
Yeah, if you are interested in this, Dean has come out with some additional options where he has made an upright that you can put on here to have, you know, attachment storage, drink safety storage.
You could even use it for plate storage.
Plate storage, same thing. Yeah, there's a lot of options there. And while we're at it, actually, the change plates. That's another thing that's nice.
Yeah.
Is he has this change plate storage over here. So you just drop those in. So whenever you're ready to go, you throw them in. Oh, you got to load it up. Drop them off. It's a really quick way to keep that stuff organized and for easy access. And that little piece can attach on either the outside or the inside. It can attach to any of these bolts. I put it on the outside because once you're coming into the rack here, it can get a little tight. I like it out there. It's works just fine for me. All right, Tanner, any questions on the Pepin dumbbells?
No,
you've never really used them before, have you?
Not really. Do they have any purpose in a commercial gym or a gym like Massenomics? Is there any reason someone like that should get them? I can't really think of that. It's a home gym product.
Yeah, I think this really is a home gym is where this excels because you're saving on space so much. There's compromises, but you're saving so much space.
Huge space savings, though.
Huge space savings. Whereas a full dumbbell set like this would take up this entire wall over here. I can condense these out into here and have all that room for other crap. In a commercial gym setting, only one person can use them at a time. Whereas a full dumbbell rack like you have, multiple people can be using dumbbells at any given time. So I don't think these are a good product in a commercial setting, but home gym all day, yes, I do recommend it.
And they might not be inexpensive, but in comparison to a full dumbbell set for your home, it's also relatively affordable.
That is another good point, is go price out a full urethane dumbbell set and shipping, and then price these out, and you'll see this being, you know, $1,100-ish for an 80-pound set. Go the urethane 80-pound set might be like $6,000, maybe even more once you count shipping in.
I don't know that they're available right now. Like, can you actually purchase them? We were looking.
Well, that's an interesting thing. Right before we filmed this video, we took a look. I know tariffs did some really weird stuff to these, where they had an introductory price, it raised a little bit. Tariffs came in, they raised a lot. For some reason, they dropped back down. Right before we filmed this, we took a look at what is the pricing on these things. It's been stable for a while, but they are all sold out and not available. There's no pre-order nor nothing from what I could tell. It just says sold out. So I don't know if they're like waiting for the tariff stuff to cool down, or they're just sitting on the sidelines to see what happens, or maybe they're just sold out. I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, as of right now, you can't go buy these. But if you do decide to go buy these, we have affiliate codes. Go check out the Massenomics affiliate. It's in the bio or in the description down below. You can click that. It won't save anyone any money, but it gives us a little commission for any purchase you would make from Rep Fitness.
I think that's it.
Got it all covered? You're educated?
Yeah, I'm going to go. Get it? As soon as we get done, I don't care what you say, I'm going to order a pair for the commercial gym.
Try and stop me. Okay. All right, guys. Let me know. Rep Pepins, all hype, the real deal. Would you buy these? Do you have these? Do you do something else? I want to know. Tell me in the description below what your dumbbell option is in your home gym. Also, make sure you go on the Massenomics website, go buy some gear, become a supporting member, massenomics.com/join. Your monthly commitment to us helps us pumping out these videos, gym tours, all the stuff we're doing. It keeps us going. And just stay tuned for all things Massenomics. We will see you guys next time.